Begin new game.
Astronomica project gets the axe. Oh, Dr. Mayer and company out of a job. So long, Space Cadet. What the heck is that? Hey, it's Sal here. Something's definitely going on. I thought the doc had gone home, but the monitors just picked up somebody in the lab. No. No, I don't need any help. I'll take care of everything. You got it. Gotta keep you out. There's no turning back. 20 years of work will not go down the drain. It's now or never.
All over town, and I'm afraid he's done something terrible with Astronomica. Come on, hurry!
denied. Laboratory access denied. Have a nice day.
We can't get in. The whole stupid system is jammed. If this means what I think it means, we've got to reboot the whole network. It's all linked together. Okay, here's what we gotta do. I need to stay here to run this. You go to the Exploratorium and reset the exhibits there. That should get the system back online. Once you've done that, come back here and we should be able to get into the lab.
Exploring where in the universe. The universe is so vast that all of its objects could never be seen on one map. Astronomers must use different scales to illustrate the location of objects in relation to each other.
Hi there, I'm Beverly. My specialty is chaos theory, and believe me, the universe is a pretty chaotic place. Call me if you need straightening out.
Greetings. I'm Albert Einstein. Perhaps you've heard of my theory of relativity. I discovered that. And you discover this place is going to amaze you. Ask me anything.
Hello, I'm Elaine Overton. I'm the director of the Space Telescope here at SkyQuest. So nice of you to visit. I'm a very busy woman, but if you really need my help, call me.
I am Galileo Galilei. I was a very famous astronomer in my day, way back before you were born. I was the first person to use a telescope to see the stars. And today, you too will see many stars. You call me sometime, eh? Ciao.
Hey guys, I'm Miguel. You're gonna love this place. You can go anywhere in the universe you want. If you need a guide, call me.
Hi there, I'm Beverly. My specialty is chaos theory.
This scale is too large for an object this small to be seen. Correct. Correct. This scale is too large for an object this small to be seen. Correct. 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 This scale is too small to hold an object this large. This scale is too large for an object this small to be seen. Correct. This scale is too large for an object this small to be correct. Exhibit reset complete. Proceed to the exploratorium. Exploring. Create a star. There are many different kinds of stars, but no matter what a star's color, temperature, brightness, and life expectancy, they all depend on one element, hydrogen.
Be careful you don't put in too much hydrogen. Heavy stars have short lives.
Don't ignore your mistakes. You'll need to remember what you did later.
Too little mass, 500 Earth weights, and you'll create a planet, not a star.
I always wondered what makes the stars shine.
Sometimes you have to stick around and wait to see what cooks. Black holes don't form right away.
You have created a brown dwarf. You have created a red dwarf. You have created a yellow star. The star has now evolved into a red giant. A white dwarf, a yellow dwarf, an orange dwarf, a red dwarf. You have created a luminous blue-white star. Every 10 million years, it snaps and creates a ring. At 15 billion years, it collapses into a neutron star. You have created a brilliant blue-white star. When its core collapses, it supernovas. What's left is a neutron star. You have created a brilliant blue-white star, a yellow star, an orange star, a red star, a black hole. You have created a giant planet. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring Spaceship Earth. The life support system on Spaceship Earth is in trouble.
Don't be a wimp. We're going to have to fix this mess. See if you can figure out what it takes to solve this puzzle.
You don't have to be a genius to realize that we are our own worst enemies. People themselves are creating the biggest problems.
If carbon dioxide from burning fuel continues to increase, Earth's atmosphere will be as unlivable as Venus. Proper management of power will help a lot.
In the 1500s, we had plenty of garbage in our own backyard. You have made so much progress. Why not use your knowledge to keep the Earth healthy?
Come on, get with the program. It takes more than one solution to fix a problem.
Your actions have saved this planet for today. Exhibit reset successful.
The monitors can help you lose the Night Watchman.
Exploring, create an eclipse. Eclipses depend on the plane of the moon's orbit. When the moon passes in front of the sun, a solar eclipse occurs. When the moon goes into the Earth's shadow, we see a lunar eclipse.
A lunar or solar eclipse only occurs at a full or new moon.
My relativity theory was confirmed by watching a star's position change during a solar eclipse.
The tilted orbit of the moon allows the moon's shadow to touch the Earth only at certain times of the year.
Eclipses prove what I said all along. The Earth does go around the sun.
A lunar eclipse happens when the moon goes into the Earth's shadow.
This is a lunar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring types of eclipses. Different types of eclipses happen almost every year on Earth.
How well do you know geography? Notice that the moon's shadow touches just a tiny part of the Earth.
Most people have seen lunar eclipses, but total solar eclipses are very rare. None will happen in America until the year 2017.
Total solar eclipses can only be seen from specific locations, but lunar eclipses can be seen from half the Earth.
You must never observe the sun through your own telescope. I learned the hard way and lost my eyesight doing just that. You must...
If the moon is too far away, its shadow doesn't quite reach the Earth, then you don't have a total eclipse.
No eclipse. In. Total lunar eclipse. Incorrect. Total solar eclipse. Correct. Annular eclipse. Correct. Partial solar eclipse. Correct. Partial lunar eclipse. Incorrect. Exhibit reset successful.
Be careful. The night watchman will throw you out.
Exploring. Identify the constellations. Long ago, people noticed that the stars formed patterns in the sky. They named these constellations after animals, objects, or mythological figures.
Remember, these patterns were dreamed up long ago, when myths were more important than they are now.
Remember, when you look out into space, you're also looking back into time.
The stars are real, but not all the shapes are.
I used to make my living reading the stars for wealthy Renaissance patrons.
Some constellations really look like the figures that they're supposed to be. For most, though, you need a great imagination.
Correct. 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 Incorrect. Correct. 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 Incorrect. 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 incorrect, 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 correct, 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 incorrect, 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 correct. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring observatories of the world. Observatories use large telescopes to see objects that appear to be hidden in the night sky. Many observatories are built in specific locations because of the view they provide.
Location, location, location.
I never used a telescope. I made all my discoveries with the most powerful instruments in the universe, the human mind and mathematics.
It's important to pick the right tool for the right job.
The most important thing about a telescope is the size of its main mirror. Big telescopes are best for faint objects like galaxies.
An object in the sky never rises for a telescope located in the opposite hemisphere. An object in the north can only be seen from an observatory in the north.
Correct. Planets are best seen through refracting telescopes such as Yerkes. Correct. This Russian observatory is one of the largest and most perfectly placed to observe this faint galaxy in the northern sky. Correct. The McNath telescope is specifically designed to observe the Sun. Correct. Objects giving off radio waves must be observed with a radio telescope. Correct. Cerro Tololo is ideally situated in the southern hemisphere. Exhibit reset successful.
Look, try and keep the night watchman busy.
Exploring backwards time viewer. Looking out into space means looking back into time. If aliens are watching us at this moment, they are seeing images from Earth's past. The farther they are from us, the farther back into our history they are seeing. Antares is 500 light-years away from Earth. The Sombrero Galaxy is 65 million light-years away from Earth. The Big Dipper is 70 to 200 light-years away from Earth. Rigel is 900 light-years away from Earth. Arcturus is 36 light-years away from Earth. Mintaka is 1500 light-years away from Earth. This quasar is 5 billion light-years away. The galactic core is 25,000 light-years away from Earth. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring time dilation.
Here on Earth, everyone is pretty much traveling at the same speed. So, time passes the same for everyone. But if you could speed up to nearly the fantastic velocity of light, your heartbeat, your clocks, and the way you grow older would all slow down. You could live long enough to explore the stars, and yet time would still feel the same to you. Only people left behind who weren't going at your speed could tell the difference. While a year or two passed for you, thousands of years would pass back on Earth.
If you travel fast enough, time slows down and distances shrink for you. Your clocks slow down, your heartbeat slows down, and you don't notice the difference. On Earth, time remains the same for everyone else.
Even at the speed of the space shuttle, 20,000 miles per hour, time hardly slows down at all. You must travel much faster than this.
According to the formulas in my theory of relativity, the slowing of time and the shrinking of space become important very near the speed of light.
If the center of the galaxy is 25,000 light years away, that doesn't mean it would take 25,000 years to travel there.
None of this makes sense. How can a time slow down? Maybe your watches are broken, no?
It doesn't just happen on Star Trek. Time really warps, and space really shrinks near the speed of light.
Exhibit reset successful. Congratulations, you are still alive.
I fixed the security monitors, and I found my dad. He's in the lab, but he's not moving. You've got to hurry.
Exploring interplanetary baseball. You are the only one on your team, and you will encounter wildly different gravitational fields on other planets. Where in space will gravity let you be both batter and outfielder. Mentor help is not available in the planetarium. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring astronomy or astrology. Are you confused by the difference between astronomy and astrology? Astrology is the belief that the stars affect our lives, while astronomy is the scientific study of the universe. Determine if the statement on your control panel is about astronomy or astrology. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring. Place the planets. Select a planet and assign it a launch speed. Then fire it into its correct position. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring save the Hubble. The Hubble, our sharpest telescope, is falling out of orbit. Launch a space shuttle and grab the Hubble before it's too late. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring lightning zapper. To get from San Francisco to Woodstock, you must supply your train with enough power to cross the entire United States. You can zap it with a bolt of lightning, or a bolt of Jupiter-sized lightning, or other energy sources. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring target Jupiter. Here's your chance to blast Jupiter with a comet. Figure out the correct angle and thrust, then fire away. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring save the whale. Some tides are higher than others, and we need an unusually strong tide to save this baby whale. To produce such a tide, you need the perfect combination of barometric pressure, wind direction, the moon's position, and the shape of its orbit. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring launch a probe. You are going to launch a probe from Earth to Mars. The secret is to launch it at the precise velocity and at the precise moment when both planets are in their best orbital positions. Exhibit reset successful.
Get going!
The Milky Way. Milky Way. 400 million dollars for Christmas lights. Stupid.
See if you can keep the night watchman busy.
Exploring Planetary Pinball. The Sun holds 9 planets in the web of its gravity. Each planet orbits at just the right speed and distance from the Sun in order to remain stable. Your comet is now in orbit. Now, as you move closer to the Sun, shoot the giant outer planets into orbit.
The inner planets always move faster than the outer planets.
An important part of genius is not to give up.
Try to create round orbits. Comets have wild elliptical orbits, but the planets' paths are fairly even.
What are you talking about? The planets are like meatballs. You throw them at the Sun, you let them cook.
You'll need more speed for Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They have to balance a stronger pull from the Sun to keep from being dragged in. In the outer planets, take it slow and easy.
Phase 2 completed. Now shoot the faster-moving inner planets into their more tightly spaced orbits. All of the inner planets are now in orbit. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring create a ring. When certain conditions are created, a moon revolving around a planet will break up into millions of tiny pieces to form a ring. Correct. Exhibit reset successful.
See if you can keep the night watchman busy.
Exploring dangers of deep space. Space is a dangerous place. Radiation, gravity, tidal forces, heat, and other dangers threaten your spacecraft and your life.
You can't defend yourself against some of the dangers. Sometimes when the going gets tough, the tough get the heck out of there, fast.
Does the universe have a birth and a death, or does it just exist forever? By using our biggest telescopes to look back in time, we can compare how things were with how they are now to predict the future. Most astronomers feel we are now on the verge of having enough information to decide when the universe was born and what will ultimately happen to it. This means we are living in one of the most exciting times in all of our history.
Not everything is as dangerous as it looks. Acting too quickly or taking action when none is needed can be almost as bad as waiting too long.
Danger? The only danger I cared about was being burned at the stake. That's real. Anyway, no one but angels will ever fly to the stars.
If there is a threat that is real, act fast. If the threat comes from tidal forces or gravity, it means you're getting too close and your engines might not be strong enough to pull you out of there.
Exhibit reset successful. Congratulations, you're almost home. But where are you in Earth's solar system? The scene in front of you can only be found in one place in the known universe. Identification correct. Adjusting coordinates to locate Earth. 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 Exhibit reset successful.
Get going! set up the night watchman to keep him busy.
Get back! Get back!
Hurry up! Time's running out!
Exploring. Build a rocket. Only from a space station can we reach the stars. Different fuels, life support systems, communications, and propulsion systems are required to explore space.
Ask yourself, what do you really need to send up?
My formula E equals mc squared might be useful to reach the stars someday.
Wasting fuel or building a larger than necessary spacecraft is just as bad as one that's too wimpy to do the job.
A rocket? Yes, I remember. That's one of Da Vinci's inventions, no?
Be careful. Some kinds of fuels are too dangerous to use here on Earth.
Your mission is to send a rocket to Mercury, loaded with 800 pounds of test and transmitting equipment. Explore its atmosphere, obtain and transmit data back to Earth. Configuration correct. Ready for takeoff. Your mission is to build a rocket in space, which you will send to Alpha Centauri, loaded with 950 pounds of navigation feedback equipment. Transmit multiple coordinates for future space station back to Earth. Configuration correct. Ready for takeoff. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring, plot a course. You are a pilot returning from deep space. Your navigational system has failed. reset successful.
We've got a real problem. The cooling system's messed up. This whole place could blow. I'm going down to the tunnel to turn it off.
Exploring, create an aurora. As atoms stream toward Earth from the Sun, they interact with the Earth's magnetic field and gases in our atmosphere, creating the aurora borealis.
You don't need to go to Alaska to see the northern lights. A great display happens every few years in most of the U.S.
I spent my life in large cities. Go to the country if you want to see an aurora. You need dark skies.
A sky that is dusty or humid removes the blue from the light spectrum, leaving a red glow.
I never saw an aurora. Italy is too far from Earth's magnetic North Pole, where they most often appear.
Electricity produced by the sun's atoms lights up gases 100 miles overhead to make these beautiful patterns.
Exhibit reset successful. Exploring atmospheric phenomena. Using the effects on your control panel, create the phenomena that appear on your screen.
Light refracted through tiny ice crystals creates shapes that are sharply defined.
A corona begins right at the edge of the sun or moon. With the halo, there's a big empty space inside the ring.
A sky that is dusty or humid removes the blue from the light spectrum, leaving a red glow.
Add one ingredient at a time. And go slow, eh?
Water droplets in clouds make a hazy ring or ray.
Correct. 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 Modify clouds. Correct. Modify ice crystals. Modify dust. Correct. Exhibit reset successful.
Hey, knock knock. Can I come in? You're not supposed to be in this building. Why don't you come in here and let's have a little talk, all right?
Resume previous game.
See if you can keep the night watchman busy.
Exploring. Build a telescope. The right lenses in the right positions and the best choice of magnification will let you see an object at its clearest through a telescope.
The highest magnification is usually not the best choice. It makes objects dim and fuzzy.
Exploring the universe with a telescope is not only more interesting, it makes you more interesting.
Once you have the mirrors in place, just try different powers of magnification.
I love the building telescopes. Building them can be as much fun as looking through them.
Wrong mirrors will give you blurry or blank images. The large mirrors send the light towards smaller mirrors near the telescope's eyepiece.
This is not the optimum view for observation of this object. Your observation is successful. This is not the optimum view for this is not the optimum view. Your observation is successful. Your observation is successful. Exhibit reset successful. Exploring. Create a universe. Most astronomers believe that the universe began with the Big Bang, a giant explosion of just the right force. Too great and it would have spread out into a giant fog. Too little and it would have collapsed back into a black hole. Mentor help is not available. You have recreated the Big Bang, which gave birth to our universe. Exhibit reset successful. All exhibit resets complete.
Forget me doing anything from here. I'm locked in. You'll have to turn off the liquid nitrogen tanks on your way back through the tunnel. If you don't, we're toast.
Danger, danger, cooling system malfunction. 5 minutes to liquid nitrogen meltdown.
You got the system up and running. Come on, let's get my dad. Dad? 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 Are you okay?
Sarah, it works. It works. I've been to the edge of the universe. Astronomica has made it all so clear. The universe is expanding so rapidly that nothing can ever stop it. Clusters of galaxies will move farther and farther away from each other, drifting like separate islands in the cosmos. Our own cluster, made up of 30 galaxies, will remain isolated for all time, while everything else, and possibly everyone, moves farther and farther away from us.